Celebrities are walking advertisements.
There is a lot of misinformation and misunderstanding about the world of Hollywood and celebrity. It's understandable because you know it's a world full of lies, manipulation, and deception. But the problem is, there's not a lot of accurate information about how they are lying, manipulating, and deceiving you. There's a lot of conjecture and conspiracy theories, but I get it. It's hard to follow and keep track of all the lies, manipulation, and deception while trying to connect the thread, especially if you haven't studied or worked in the entertainment industry. Because I have, let me burst Hollywood's bubble for you.
When you see them sitting front row at Fashion Week, sitting courtside at a game or up in the box seats, hosting or performing on SNL, guest on a talk show, posing at the Met Gala, on the cover of magazines, recording Get Ready With Me for Vogue, it's because somebody is trying to sell you something, whether you know it or not. It could be tickets to their upcoming film, their latest album, brand partnership, or next business adventure. Who knows? But if you look a little bit closer, none of it is actually free. It's all transactional, and they come with receipts that are in the possession of their teams. The work doesn't stop when the album is completed. It doesn't stop when the cameras stop rolling, and it doesn't stop when the products are ready to be shipped. When it is time, they're obligated to promote their products, and it can give them access to perks and opportunities they don't always get to indulge in, which they can't help but rub in your faces. Sorry. The celebrity gets the exposure, and they're able to promote their projects or brands. Traditional media platforms get the cultural relevancy celebrities give them with views, clicks, and likes. And those views, clicks, and likes allows them to maintain their advertising fees, which is a requirement if they want to continue to exist. The celebrity is able to capitalize off of non-traditional media's cultural relevancy to retain their relevancy, and they're able to promote their projects or brands. Non-traditional media is able to get more clicks, views, and likes to expand and legitimize their brand for more and more opportunities. Celebrities don't want to admit it, but paparazzi, bloggers, and gossip outlets are just as beneficial to their celebrity. Celebrities get exposure from paparazzi who just so happen to be at all their appearances and events. Paparazzi sell their photos to bloggers and gossip outlets. Bloggers and gossip outlets post the photos and write up stories to engage you and attract you to their platform. Advertisers pay bloggers and gossip outlets to promote their products to sell to you. Are you starting to understand the role that you are playing in all of this? There is nothing wrong with promoting a project, because how else would we know about it? I don't know about you. I'm cool with supporting any project I like and allowing an artist to profit off of their work. But I did not ask to be a pawn in any of these elaborate money-making schemes, and I'm pretty sure neither did any of you. What makes it so much worse is the dishonesty and manipulation orchestrated and staged in advance by PR teams to build hype around the project, to trick you into spending your money, to remake the money they spent producing it and make a profit. By gatekeeping celebrities from the media, the Hollywood engine is able to leverage their celebrity to get journalists, bloggers, influencers, and reactors to do their bidding. Before the project is released, the media gets to see or hear it first at a screening or a listening session. If they want to have access to the celebrity, they must provide a good or favorable review in exchange. If not, they will never have access to the celebrity ever again. With journalists, it's harder for them to maintain their integrity because they are at the mercy of the publishers and networks they work for, who value profits above integrity. Whereas independent media has more freedom, but chances are, if they want to get ahead, they're far more willing to play Hollywood's politics for their own game. And don't think that bad reviews aren't faked either. It's all a part of Hollywood's politics, where you don't matter, but your money does. Celebrity is fleeting. Once the hype dies down, so do the transactions. Actors and actresses are contractors, and you only see them when they're promoting a project. When they're not working, they lose their relevancy very quickly, which means they lose their access, perks, and opportunities associated with the celebrity. Musicians are at the mercy of record companies, and it's a constant revolving door, unless you have the popularity of a Beyonce, Lady Gaga, or Rihanna. But the biggest stars don't show their faces unless they have a project, collaboration, or product they need to promote to you. And studios, networks, record companies, corporations, and clothing brands have marketing budgets and pay for all the costs associated with promotion. If you don't know what per diem is, it's an allowance for food, travel, accommodation, and incidental expenses, which some won't hesitate to take advantage of. But the perks vary, and it ultimately depends on what their team negotiates and what the studios, networks, record companies, corporations, and clothing brands are willing to pay. If a celebrity fails to fulfill their obligations, they'll get sued for breaching their contract because they're under contract and there are rules. None of it is done for indulgence, and it's not nearly as glamorous as it looks. Red carpets and junkets may look fun, but they're not. It's work, doing hundreds upon hundreds of interviews for their upcoming project. Nobody's paying a celebrity just to be a celebrity. It's all about the end game. Companies just want to sell you their products, and celebrities are nothing but pawns in their marketing strategy to get your money. If it means they need to cater to a celebrity's childish demands or provide them with incentives to soothe their ego, it's worth paying for because you verify all of their transactions. It's not a lifestyle anybody should be basing their self-esteem on because it's not real. It's all transactional, full of nothing but temporary highs. But what goes up must come down. If it makes you feel bad that you're not a part of it, just imagine how bad you would feel if you were. Next time you see a celebrity rubbing their opportunities and perks in your face, just remember, they're only able to participate in those spaces because of their ability to sell or generate profit. Because if they weren't, they wouldn't exist in those spaces at all. The more you know.